Hey, hey, hey! So today we're gonna do the Nightmare on Elm Street Glamlite Part 2. So this time we're gonna use the Freddy Krueger palette. I thought it said Freddy's Revenge. I really can't see, but this one has a bunch of greens in it. So we're going to play with those and see what we can do. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so these are the finished looks. So obviously I did a lighter look over here and a darker look over here, since the last time I did a darker look over here and a lighter look over here. So I will say that the greens are obviously a lot darker. They're not as bright as the reds. So even the lighter look is still kind of dark. It's more like a hunter green rather than a bright green. I used all of the colors in the palette. I have to say the shimmers are fantastic. The mattes are very, very nice too. They blend out very, very well. Super pigmented. I didn't have any issues. Now, I do notice that with the previous look, when I went to take my makeup off, I did notice that it had definite creases in it. So it does kind of wear a little bit. But unlike with the Dream Master palette, this one, I didn't have any colors that I had any issue with. They all came out well enough. You know, pigmented, and the shimmers are all very bright. I did blend them together so you can't, like, especially on this side, where you can't tell, like, you know, like they're not standing out on their own. Like I blended them, but I did that on purpose. So it's kind of like if you wanted them to stand out on their own, you can absolutely do that. I didn't have any issues. Really enjoy the palette. So this is the Freddy Krueger palette from Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, it's a pretty good palette. I'm not unhappy with it. This is the lighter lipsticks. This is the one that has a Nightmare on Elm Street imprinted on it. The other video was the darker one, which has the spiders on it. But I really like it. I think it's really, really nice. I'm not a bullet lipstick person. I'm typically liquid lipstick because I know that it lasts longer and I can eat or drink and it typically stays there. So, but bullet lipsticks are, it's very creamy, very smooth when you apply it. The blush is super pigmented, super pigmented. One thing I did last time is I put too much on. So this time I kind of applied it with one brush and then I blended it out with another brush and then, you know, kind of dotted it on with one brush and kind of tried to blend it out and kind of, you know, went back and forth with it just so that we don't get too much. You know, when you do like a red eye, sometimes a brighter, more intense blush, sometimes you can get away with that. But with like when you're doing a black eye or a darker eye that doesn't have red in it, you might want to steer away from such a bright blush, you know, so you want the blush on there, but you may not want it as intense. So I do think they are, like I said, they're super pigmented. You can absolutely build it up. You can have an Annabelle blush if you want to, you know, an old doll. If that's the look that you're going for, if that's the look that you enjoy. But no complaints so far. So I really like everything that I've tried. I have not tried the brush set, and I don't have the mirror just because I don't hold the mirror. I have a mirror that sits in front of me, so there's that. But I do think everything was, the packaging is really, really nice, very pretty, love it. I don't know if it's still available, but if it is, I do recommend. I do recommend. If you're a Nightmare on Elm Street fan and you know, you enjoy the colors red, you enjoy the colors green. If you're not a Nightmare on Elm Street fan and you enjoy those colors, I would still recommend it. I don't think they have the collection for sale. They may have the palettes still available. I don't know about the individual items. But I did purchase this officially from Glamlite. So I do have an Amazon affiliate, which does pay a small amount if you click on any of my affiliate links and use that to purchase anything. But I did kind of search on Amazon to see if I could find this, and I could not. Although there are some Glamlite stuff on Amazon. So new stuff is being added and removed all the time. So by the time this video goes up, it may be on there. I just couldn't find it to do a link. So, but yeah, I will include affiliate links for other things that I used in the, well, not the comments below, in the description box below, if you are curious. So first impression is very, very good of Glamlite eyeshadow. So very impressive. Like I said, it does crease a little bit after a while, which is kind of disappointing, but also it was the black that creased, and black eyeshadow is kind of known for that. Like even the super pigmented black eyeshadow sometimes is gonna crease on you. It's gonna wear on you, kind of do that thing on your eye. So that aside, I didn't have any bad experiences, you know, other than that one eyeshadow. So this one I would also rate 4 out of 5, just because it's more green and like brown, and like you have 5 shimmers and 5 mattes, and I kind of wish maybe some of the shimmers were more of a matte color and less shimmers. But I also think when you use the two palettes, like if you were to use the two palettes together, I think they're very cohesive, and I think you could definitely get a lot of looks using both of the palettes, using different colors from each palette and working with it. So let me know if you have tried these palettes from Glamlite, the Nightmare on Elm Street palettes, if you've tried anything from Glamlite, the Nightmare on Elm Street collection, any palette. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below, especially if you really, really loved it or you really, really hated it. Put that in the comments. Like, I'm really curious about your experience. And also, if you have a customer service experience with Glamlite, please also put that below, because we need to talk about that. Not specifically about Glamlite, but you know, when companies have bad customer service issues, that deters me from purchasing from them. So, or if they have really, really good customer service, that, you know, is a motivator for me to kind of think about purchasing from them in the future. So, put those in the comments below if you have any, because that's very valuable information. So, don't forget to go follow me over on the Instagram. Like this video if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring that bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video, because you never know what kind of content is going to pop up over here on this channel. I thank you all so much for watching. I love you all very, very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!